So anyways, let's move on to this new political theater in France, where Macron invited the Kagamistan in Rwanda, and Sarkozy. As you know, Sarkozy is losing his trial. He may even go to jail because, as he has been proving in French courts, he has already lost the case, showing how corrupted that his government has been, the whole Gaddafi case. So you best believe that even Macron, after he gets out of office, he may be pursued for this thing that he's doing, um, for this thing that he's doing in France with the Kagamistan. You know, the same way that Sarkozy was covering crimes for. The same way that Sarkozy was covering crimes for the Gaddafi regime because they had some sort of agreement, the same way that France is also now protecting a genocidaire regime. Speaking of protecting a genocidaire regime, France protecting a genocidaire regime, the genocidaire regime being the Kagamistan in Rwanda, which is at the core responsible of this genocide that they are commemorating in Paris. And then he continued the war into the Congo, committing genocide in Rwanda and in Congo. And France is covering him, propping him up, entertaining him, because they just want to do business. They want to have access to the Congolese wealth, to the Congolese minerals. So instead of looking at the human sacrifice, the human cost, they are still supporting a criminal dictatorship, a criminal dictator who is responsible for genocide. It's actually like very rare in history that you see a genocide memorial being inaugurated by the very people who are part of the people who are responsible for that genocide. Lest we forget that it has been established that the thing that brought genocide to Rwanda was the shooting down of the presidential plane that was carrying the Rwandan president and the Burundi president. That is what caused the genocide. That is what started the genocide. So who is responsible for that? It is the Kagamistan in Rwanda. Who benefited from that? It is the Kagamistan in Rwanda. They took over power and then they seek to silence everybody who may do proper research in order to expose them. France knows this because their own investigators are the ones who have investigated, and they have shown that the Kagamistan in Rwanda is responsible. Onana has written books about it. We have had Onana on the show, who wrote a book about the plane that was brought down. You can see the Onana's book on the screen. And ironically enough, this monument, they're calling it l'archive, you know, and Onana is big on, let's go into the archives, let's go do proper investigation and find out what happened. And instead, they are the very man who is responsible for genocide, for this genocide, is there inaugurating a monument about the genocide that he's responsible for. So anyways, what do we see in in this image?